I want to encourage all athletes to do their best. We have come through very challenging times, and regardless of the outcome, we are proud of their achievements. Today, approximately 90 athletes from 10 sporting disciplines, athletics, Paralympics, rugby, male and female, boxing, karate, surfing, skateboarding, wrestling, aquatics, and gymnastics have benefited from close to $20 million. And when we have completed this support, we would have spent in excess of $40 million. Our national level athletes continue to benefit from the Jamaica Athlete Insurance Plan, which provides, among other things, coverage for overseas medical emergencies up to a maximum of $100,000 and up to 24 sessions per year for consultant psychiatry and psychology service, and specifically for the women in sports, the insurance also covers maternity. We have been providing subsidies of up to 50% for use of the facilities at Independence Park. Now, outside of the Athletes Assistance Program, the SCF has provided financial support to table tennis, boxing, and to the rugby team aiming to qualify for the Olympics. We hosted the Elevate the Game, Building the Muscle of the Mind Forum, and provided a grant of $2.5 million to the GC Foster College to allow athletes and coaches to be trained in mental resilience. And I'm pleased to report that 45 coaches have been consistently attending the classes at GC Foster College and have been receiving training by the Optimization Hub out of Australia. We are now working at building out a national mental resilience program for sport as we continue to innovate and institute policies and programs for safeguarding the well-being of our athletes. So, ladies and gentlemen, you will see that we put our money where our mouth is. We recognize it takes cash to do it. This weekend, our Paralympians will compete for a chance to make the national team. And next week, our Olympic hopefuls will have that opportunity. I want to encourage all athletes to do their best. We have come through very challenging times, and regardless of the outcome, we are proud of their achievements. We recognize that the national trials, both for our Paralympians and our Olympians, are taking place in trying times, with additional considerations because of the pandemic. This calls for mental resilience by athletes who will head to the games. And I would have already spoken of the benefits of similar interventions with the OHUB and GC Foster. But I am committed to working with the J3s, with the GC Foster College, with other organizations or companies to identify additional funds to provide a mental resilience program specifically for the athletes who will be representing Jamaica at the Games in Japan. I think it is important, and I think it makes sense. We have to prepare the various teams to go to the Games with the right frame of mind to compete. In these times, it is not just about preparing the body. It must also be about preparing the mind.
How important it is that the $12 million from the government help to offset those costs, especially in a very difficult year.
It will help. I said we spent over $64 million already in terms of preparing competitions. We'll be having our national championships, and that is certainly going to cost us more than 25 million. So you're talking about 90 million that we have actually had to spend both for national championships and in preparation for these things. So
Since this year?
yes, since March. Since March we actually spent 60 million already. and the national champions will not cost less than 25 million. And that is subject to our being able to get certain things in place that we are hoping. So you are looking at $90+ million. Expenses are always there, and at the end of the day, health has to be paramount as well. We cannot. We want the track to go well. We want everything to do well. We want an excellent championship. It goes with a cost, but we are prepared to go with the cost because we want, at the end of the day, we want healthy Jamaicans, healthy athletes, medals for Jamaica, and we don't want to violate any of the rules that will affect our overall performance.
Well, the cancellation of the camp is a disappointment, but anything that will make sure athletes are safe takes priority. And so, as far as I'm concerned, it's cancelled, and it means that we are ensuring, and the officials are ensuring, the authorities are ensuring that athletes are safe, and that's the most important thing.
Minister said that they're going to do everything can from a local level to still have that support in the absence of the camp. Is it an option in terms of to have at least for those who will be selected to the national team, have I guess a local base camp in Jamaica before
that is also that is a possibility. That is a very strong possibility. Our technical leader, Mr. Maurice Wilson, along with Mr. Honorable Glenn Mills, they have been working with us. We have been having training sessions in relay passes for our men 4x1 team, and so we are going to widen that. There's a greater cooperation that I've been able to forge with our coaches, and I believe that can be greater strengthened, and we will have our athletes in the best environment for them to go to Tokyo and perform.
Secondly, it's not just about the seniors, it's also the juniors as well.
The juniors, no challenges, because already we have had 2 weeks successful camps. That has not happened in quite a number of years. This was what gave us Usain Bolt, Veronica Campbell, Sharon Simpson, just to name a few. We have started that. We have had coaches who have not spoken with each other. Maybe they see each other at competition sites or venues, but they don't really exchange much. No, because of these 2 weeks camp and the final one this weekend. Coaches are now exchanging ideas. Technical review of athletes, training techniques, all of that is now happening. And so we at the JAAA put the environment in place, put the facilities in place, and it is now going to bear fruits. I guarantee you, you will see it at our national championship. Our athletes will be in a better, especially our junior athletes, in their preparation to go to Kenya to perform. Because after coming from an height of boys and girls champs, and inactivity rather, we have stepped up now to ensure that we have kept them together, and they will be. We know the benefits that will be derived from that.
Are there any plans down the road for future collaborations in terms of sport with Jamaica and Panama in the near future?
The possibilities are great for collaboration, and those discussions started with the JAAA and will continue, and the ministry will get directly involved. We're going to be having a meeting to see how we can work together, we can collaborate.
On the top of your head, specific targets in mind that you would like to at least see with Panama, things that looking.
No, I wouldn't be able to say specifically now, but as you see, they want us to assist them in the development of their track and field athletes, and that is why the discussions are ongoing right now with the JAAA.
For the non-traditional sports, table tennis, whether it's got that approval, or badminton or squash, what's the latest on those in terms of getting their approval?
Yes, we have been approving activities.
Yeah.
The application is sent to the Minister of Sports, Director of Sports, and then we review it. If we feel that it needs further improvement, then we get back to the association, and they would put what we recommend in place, and then we forward it, send it on to ODPES and the Ministry of Local Government, and of course we also consult with them.
Do you see, I guess, a 100% 100% return by the end of summer? I know there's a lot of all those things.
I can't say if it will be 100% return, but I know that most of our disciplines are up and running. But everything is dependent on the rate of COVID cases, you know. And if it goes down, then the possibilities are great. If it goes up, then you know.
The junior championships, depending on the situation in Kenya regarding the COVID cases before you get there, it will be obviously you'll have to think about in terms of keeping the group together and keeping it safe. What is now the plan of attack now in terms of protocol, in terms of what World Athletics is saying and how you
That
guys
is
will
correct.
go over there?
That
and
is correct.
What will be in terms of keeping it?
We will be guided by World Athletics and also the prevailing situation. But don't forget, we also have to liaise with our Ministry of Sports and the Ministry of Health and Foreign Affairs, because they are now going across borders. So we will be having all stakeholders involved to deal with any upcoming situations. And as we did when we cancelled the team to go to the World Release. We also had ministry government involvement in that decision, because we spoke with all the relevant agencies to ensure that what we were doing and contemplating, we were on the right path. We must listen to the doctors, the scientists, in how we manage and navigate the pandemic right now. So I'm anticipating a very positive response from the ministries of sports and health, as we have seen to now forge an understanding, a relationship of the needs of our athletes, but as well manage it within the COVID pandemic.
In terms of supporting women's football, just confirmed that national striker Khadija Shaw signed a 3-year contract with Manchester City, one of the big clubs in the Women's Super League in England. Just a reaction in terms of what it means for her and for the program, continuing program.
I'm happy for Khadija. It means a lot to her. It means a lot to Jamaica. It means a lot for football. And I've always, as minister, been there to give her support, and I'll continue to give her support. She makes Jamaica proud. A woman in sports making Jamaica very, very proud. Brianna Williams, Shelley and Fraser Price, Khadija. It's just been wonderful.